Let's clear something up right from the start. The idea that women are an unsolvable mystery is a myth. A convenient story we tell ourselves when we don't understand the language. The truth is, human connection operates on a psychological map. And once you learn to read that map, everything changes. Building a powerful, magnetic attraction isn't about the car you drive, the job you have, or memorizing pickup lines. It's rooted in something far more profound, understanding the architecture of emotion, value, and connection. This isn't about learning tricks to get a woman. This is about becoming the kind of man a woman naturally gravitates towards, respects, and becomes deeply connected to. It's about transformation from the inside out. Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're moving beyond the superficial and diving into the 10 psychological principles that cultivate not just attraction, but genuine, powerful connection. Principle 1, see the person, not the portrait. Most men lead with a compliment about a woman's appearance. You're beautiful, I love your smile. It's polite, it's expected, and because it's expected, it's instantly filtered out. For a woman who hears this constantly, it becomes background noise. It doesn't connect, it just acknowledges the obvious. The shift, your goal isn't to acknowledge what everyone sees, it's to see what everyone misses. The most powerful compliment you can give is to witness her mind. When she shares an opinion, an insight, or a moment of wit, that is your opportunity. How to apply it? Listen actively, pay attention to what she says, not just how she looks while saying it. Compliment with precision, instead of, you're smart, try, the way you broke down that problem was incredibly insightful. Most people don't think that critically. The impact, this does two things. First, it validates her identity and intellect, which are far more core to her sense of self than her appearance. Second, it immediately separates you. You are no longer just another admirer, you are a perceptive individual who values her for her depth. You become a refuge from the shallow interactions that fill her day. When you eventually do compliment her looks after establishing this mental connection, it carries immense weight. It's no longer generic flattery, it's a holistic validation from a man who sees and appreciates all of her. Principle 2, the power of emotional rhythm. The common instinct is to match a woman's increasing interest with equal or greater intensity. She texts you more, so you text her constantly. She wants to see you, so you clear your schedule. This feels logical, but it kills tension and mystery. Human desire is fueled by contrast, the dynamic between connection and space. Constant availability is predictable, and predictability is the enemy of attraction. The shift, become a master of emotional rhythm, not a slave to reactivity. How to apply it? Pace, don't chase. If she initiates contact 3 times in a row, let her. It's okay, in fact, it's powerful, to let her invest in the interaction. Have a full life, your schedule should not be a hollow vessel waiting to be filled by her attention. Your mission, your friends, your gym time, these are non-negotiable. When you prioritize your life, you communicate that you are a man of value with options and purpose. The impact, this creates healthy tension. She wonders what you're doing, who you're with. She begins to chase the feeling of connection with you because it's not a guaranteed, 24/7 entitlement. Your time and attention become a valued reward, not a constant given. Principle 3, demonstrate value, don't beg for validation. This isn't about manufactured jealousy. It's about the undeniable truth of social proof. We are hardwired to want what others value. If you are a man that other people, men and women, respect and enjoy being around, your value is demonstrated, not stated. The shift, stop trying to convince her you're valuable. Be valuable, and let her observe it. How to apply it? Be socially engaged, be the man who is warm, charismatic, and contributes value to any social setting. Have genuine, platonic friendships with women. Carry yourself with quiet confidence. Your value is self-evident in your posture, your eye contact, and the way you command respect without demanding it. The impact, When she sees that you are respected and desired within your social ecosystem, it triggers a deep, instinctual response. You are proven to be a high-value individual. This isn't about making her jealous, it's about allowing her to see your genuine social capital, making her feel proud to be the one by your side. Principle 4, the mindset of non-neediness. The most attractive thing a man can possess is a sense of purpose that exists independently of any woman. A man who wants a woman but does not need her is operating from a position of strength. The shift, internalize the mantra, I am here because you add value to my life, not because you complete it. How to apply it? Hold your frame, your values, boundaries, and mission are not negotiable for affection. Be willing to walk away, this is not a threat, it is a standard. If the interaction no longer aligns with your values or serves your peace, you have the strength to disengage. The impact, this communicates profound self-respect. It shows you are a selector, not a beggar. Women feel safe and secure with a man who is anchored. They know his love and attention are choices, not dependencies, which makes those gifts infinitely more valuable. Principle 5, becoming an emotional exploration. Predictability is comfortable, but it is not captivating. While you must be consistent in your integrity and values, how you show up emotionally can have layers and depth. The shift, be a man of intriguing emotional depth, not a predictable, one-note interaction. How to apply it? Vary your interactions. One day, your conversation can be deep and philosophical. The next, it can be light-hearted and playful. Keep some mystery, you don't need to divulge every thought and detail of your past on the first date. Let her discover you over time. The impact, she remains engaged and curious. You become an exciting journey, not a predictable destination. She looks forward to your interactions because she doesn't know which fascinating facet of your personality she'll get to see next. Principle 6, the unspoken challenge. This principle is about subtly triggering her innate desire to earn and win. People value what they feel they have worked for. The shift. Create an environment where she feels inspired to rise to your level, not one where you are constantly lowering yourself to please her. How to apply it? Set a high standard, live by a code of excellence, in your work, your fitness, your character. Your mere presence becomes a challenge. Praise effort and character, compliment her ambition, her kindness, her resilience. This reinforces that these are the traits you value. The impact, instead of passively receiving attention, she becomes an active participant in winning your admiration. This engagement fosters a deeper, more meaningful connection where she is motivated to be her best self. Principle 7, the art of contrast. If you are always available, your attention has no weight. It's like a radio playing static in the background, it's there, but no one is really listening. The shift, understand that value is created by contrast. Silence gives sound its meaning. Absence makes presence felt. How to apply it? Be fully present, then withdraw. After a great date or a deep conversation, don't immediately flood her with, "I had a great time," texts. Let the moment breathe. Let her reflect on it. Let her miss you, give space after moments of high connection. This allows her to process the experience and, crucially, to feel the desire to experience it again. The impact, your attention becomes a reward, not a right. She begins to associate your presence with positive, high-value interactions and learns that it is something to be cherished, not expected. Principle 8, the weight of silence. In a world of constant noise, a man comfortable with silence is powerful. Silence is not emptiness, it is space. It is a tool for composure, thought, and conveying confidence. The shift, use silence as a statement of your comfort and control, not as a punishment. How to apply it? Don't fear the pause. In conversation, it's okay to pause and think before you speak. It shows thoughtfulness. Don't fill every void. If she sends a challenging text, you don't need to reply immediately. Your silence communicates that you are unruffled and considering your response from a place of calm. The impact, This demonstrates immense emotional control. It shows you are not reactive or needy for her approval. Your quiet confidence becomes a magnetic force, intriguing her and making your words carry more weight when you do choose to speak. Principle 9, the pattern interrupter. People, especially in dating, often fall into predictable scripts. They test, they play games, they expect certain reactions. The man who doesn't follow the script is the one who is remembered. The shift: don't react, respond. Be the one who changes the game by refusing to play by the standard rules. How to apply it? Respond to a test with amusement. If she tries to provoke a jealous reaction, smile. Acknowledge it with a calm, "I see what you're doing," and change the subject. You've just shown her tactic doesn't work on you. Be unexpectedly kind. If she expects you to be angry, be understanding. If she expects you to be distant, be warmly present. The impact: you become impossible to categorize and therefore, impossible to forget. You break her out of autopilot and force her to engage with the real, unpredictable you. This is where genuine fascination begins. Principle 10, the foundation: emotional invulnerability. This is the cornerstone that makes all other principles possible. Emotional invulnerability is not being a stone, it's being the eye of the storm. It is the ability to feel your emotions deeply but not be controlled by them. Your sense of worth and stability comes from within, not from her reactions. The shift: anchor your identity in your purpose and values, not in her validation. How to apply it? Practice emotional awareness. Feel your feelings, but question your impulses. Just because you feel anxious doesn't mean you need to send a desperate text. Develop a stoic mindset, focus on what you can control: your actions, your responses, your effort. Release what you cannot control: her mood, her past, her reactions. The impact: this is the ultimate display of strength. When you are unshaken by her emotional waves, you provide a safe, stable harbor. She feels she can be vulnerable with you because you are not volatile. Your centeredness is incredibly attractive and forms the basis for profound trust and respect. This was never about manipulation. It was always about mastery. Mastery of your own psychology, your emotions, and your mission. These 10 principles are not a checklist to deceive women. They are a blueprint to become a more integrated, confident, and grounded man. A man who doesn't chase, but attracts. A man who offers connection, not neediness. When you become that man, you won't need to wonder how to make a woman obsessed. You will be too focused on the meaningful connections that naturally find their way to you. If this resonated with you, if you're ready to do the work and build that unshakable foundation, then subscribe. This channel is dedicated to that journey. Thank you for your time. Stay grounded. Stay sharp. So now you have the map. 10 principles that, when applied with integrity, fundamentally change how you show up in the world and in your relationships. But knowing the map and knowing how to navigate are two different things. The biggest mistake you can make right now is to see this as a list of tricks to be deployed. That's the old, manipulative mindset. That's trying to simulate value instead of building it. The real work doesn't happen in the text message you send her, it happens in the silence of your own room. It happens in the choices you make when no one is watching. Let's talk about integration. Let's talk about how you move from understanding to being. The mindset shift, from external validation to internal authority. Every one of these principles hinges on a single, critical shift: you must stop looking out there for your worth and start building it in here. Taps his chest. The man who is needy for a woman's validation is the same man who panics when she doesn't text back. Abandons his friends and hobbies the moment he gets a date. Changes his opinions to match hers. Interprets every quiet moment as rejection. He is giving a stranger the remote control to his self-esteem. That is a terrifying way to live, and women can smell it a mile away. It's not attractive because it's not stable. The unshakable man operates from internal authority. His sense of peace, purpose, and self-worth is generated internally. It comes from keeping promises to himself. He said he'd go to the gym, so he goes. Pursuing a mission that excites him. His work or passion projects are a source of pride, not just a paycheck. Having a strong moral and ethical code. He knows who he is and what he stands for, and he doesn't compromise for approval. When you build this internal foundation, everything changes. Your need to constantly seek validation evaporates. You don't practice silence, you are simply a man who is comfortable with it because you're comfortable with yourself. You don't try to be unpredictable, you are genuinely a complex, multi-layered individual with a rich inner life. A woman's attention becomes a wonderful addition to your already fulfilling life, not the purpose of it. How to start, the 3 pillars of practice. You don't need to implement all 10 principles at once. That's a recipe for overwhelm and inauthenticity. Focus on building these 3 core pillars first. The rest will naturally follow. Pillar 1, reclaim your time and attention, the practice of focus. The action, audit your phone. Delete social media apps that you mindlessly scroll. Notice how often you check your phone hoping for a notification. This is your brain seeking a dopamine hit from external validation. The why, this is the practical training ground for principles number 2, number 7, and number 8. By consciously controlling your own attention, you rebuild your focus muscle. You learn that you can survive, and thrive, without constant external input. This makes you less needy and more centered. When you're with her, you'll be truly with her, not half-checking your phone. Pillar 2, build your physical vessel, the practice of discipline. The action, move your body. Every day. It doesn't have to be a 2-hour gym crush. A 30-minute walk, a run, weightlifting, yoga. The goal is not to become a bodybuilder, it's to forge a partnership between your mind and your body. The why, this is the foundation for principle number 10, emotional invulnerability. Physical discipline builds mental fortitude. When you push through the urge to skip a workout, you are literally strengthening your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for self-control. This discipline bleeds into every other area of your life. You become a man who can handle emotional discomfort because you're used to handling physical discomfort. Pillar 3, find your voice, the practice of expression. The action, journal. Write down your thoughts, your fears, your goals. Not for anyone else to see. Just for you to process. If you don't know what you think about something, how can you possibly express it to someone else? The why, this is the engine for principle number 1, see the person, and number 9, the pattern interrupter. Knowing your own mind allows you to be genuinely curious about hers. It allows you to have real opinions and insights. You move from giving rehearsed compliments to offering genuine observations. You become a man who can have a conversation, not just an interview. The antidote to manipulation. Intention. The line between self-development and manipulation is intent. Manipulative intent, I will give her space so that she will miss me and text me. The action is a tactic to control her behavior. Your peace is still dependent on her reaction. Integrous intent, I will give her space because it is healthy for both of us to have independent lives, and I have my own mission to focus on regardless of what she does. The action is an expression of your values. Your peace is internal. Your goal is not to control her. Your goal is to master yourself. When you become a whole, integrated, and purpose-driven man, you offer a rare form of stability and excitement. You become a true partner, not a dependent. You stop asking, how do I make her want me? You start asking, is this person a good addition to the life I am already building? That is the ultimate shift. That is the foundation of every healthy, powerful, and deeply attractive relationship. The journey to becoming an unshakable man is the most important investment you will ever make. It's not for her. It's for you. She will simply be the lucky one who gets to share in the benefits. If you're ready to build that life, we're here to help. Subscribe for more. New videos every week to challenge you, equip you, and remind you of the man you're capable of becoming. Until next time.